Why, hello folks. Today we're going to be striking while the iron is ice cold with this Nightwave elite mission, which is to destroy 3 Necramech Vault Guardians if you want some assistance with that. Obviously, if you right click it says that oh, you have to do isolation vaults. Yes. But there is a lot of tips for just how to actually make this a smoother ride.
What's next?
Now, for this demonstration, I'm going to use Octavia. She's nice because she can do some pretty funky things just when it comes to Necramechs. But you can do this with a bunch of other Warframes as well. I'm going to demonstrate a couple of different things that are just easy and good ways of fighting Necramechs. One thing I do recommend is, no matter what you use, try to infuse silence onto your Warframe through the helmet system. It's very easy to get because you can just get Banshee from your clan dojo and just chuck that in and get silence. Because Necramechs can cast abilities that can sort of make them immortal for a while, and then you take damage if you hurt them and stuff, and it can be kind of annoying to get through their protective stuff. But silence, one of the things that this ability does is it negates enemy ability use. If you are within range of silence, like enemies, they can only just shoot their guns. That's it. They can't use their abilities. And this goes for Necramechs as well. They cannot use their Necramech abilities while they're inside the silence radius. They can just shoot their guns, and that makes fighting them a whole lot easier. When it comes to your weapon output, there are 3 specific weapons I kind of want to highlight here, which is the Necramech, which you get for playing the Old War. The reason why this one is good is because Necramechs have damage reduction, but that damage reduction doesn't really account for crits, so you want something that is a really, really potent crit monster like the Necramech. The Necramech also has infinite punch through on its perfect shots, which is great for Necramechs because they have weak points. You have to shoot them in the weak points, and one of the weak points is on its back, which can be annoying. But hey, if you have infinite punch through, you can shoot it in the front and it's gonna hit it in the back. So that's gonna work. And radiation damage is just a strong damage type for dealing with Necramechs. The Kuvanukor is interesting because the Necramech also has weak points that are hiding behind its arms. So if you shoot off its arms, then you can hit those weak points. But it will go and pick those arms back up and reattach them. But if you shoot off the arm with a Kuvanukor, the microwave effect that is unique to the Nukor makes body parts grow, and for some reason it makes it so that the Necramech can't reattach the arm, so you can just get a permanent weak point there. And then there is the Sarpa, which can armor strip. It's a gun blade. It has, if you have the shattering impact mod, you can just hit an enemy with your melee weapon and it does impact damage, and that reduces enemy armor. And the Sarpa is nice. It's a gun blade that has you just shoot a million billion projectiles at the same time. So you're going to be stripping a lot of armor with each shot. So that works. You can just remove all of the armor from the Necramech that way and make it a bunch easier to kill. And you don't have to hit it in the weak point or anything. You can just hit it wherever and it's going to remove armor. I also recommend using the Unaru Focus School because the Unaru Focus School has abilities that can remove armor and shields from, just any enemy, basically. You just shoot the number 1 and number 2 shields and armor are gone. So that's also a good way of just stripping defenses from Necramechs. Now, what's good about Octavia, it's 2 things. Number 1, she has the metronome ability. When that's active and you spam your crouch button, you can turn invisible. Necramechs have abilities that can cancel Warframe abilities, but it cannot cancel this. It cannot cancel the invisibility from metronome, so you can be invisible while you fight the Necramech, which is very, very smooth. It makes it a whole lot easier. She also has the mallet, which returns enemy fire back to it. It used to be the case that Necramechs would just shoot the mallet and kill themselves. Now that doesn't really work anymore. Now you have to shoot off both of its arms first. If it doesn't have any arms, then it will do that. Then it will shoot the mallet and kill itself while shooting the mallet. So if you are an Octavia, you can go invisible, and that's nice and all that. You just walk up to the Necramech, use your Kuva to shoot off the arm so that they can't regenerate, then just throw down a mallet and the Necramech is gonna kill itself on the mallet. So we're gonna show off all of these methods because we're gonna be fighting 3 Necramechs, so you can see how all of them work in action. What's nice here to know is that there are different tiers of isolation vaults. There's like the low tier, the mid tier, and the high tier. And if you fight the high tier mission, then you will in fact have to fight against 3 Necramechs to complete the mission, which means that you can complete this entire Nightwave challenge in just a single mission. If you pick the low tier one, it's going to be easier. The enemies are going to be lower level, but on the flip side, the Necramech, or like the isolation vault, will only contain 1 Necramech, so you'd have to run the mission 3 times. So I'm not gonna show like how to do an isolation vault bounty. You basically just go to Mother, you pick the isolation vault, and then you go through the different stages. So what we're gonna do here, I'm gonna assume for the sake of this demonstration that you know how to play an isolation vault. If not, you know, they're just gonna explain it to you what you need to do in the different steps as you go through it, and we're gonna skip to the actual Necramech boss fights. Okay, so now we are approaching the ISO vault, and we're just gonna build up my secondary stacks on the Kuva, so we do a bit more damage, which is nice.
There is a guardian here, a Necramech. You will need to destroy it so you can explore the ruins.
There's actually 3 guardians here. Make sure that silence is active so that the Necramech never has time to turn on any of its defensive abilities. And let's see what we can make happen, right? Just gotta find him. So here he is. So what we're gonna do here, while we are invisible, I'm gonna make sure that we don't run out of our Nocturne. Very important to stay invisible. And as soon as your silence runs out, you gotta reapply it like this, so that it can't, you know, turn back on its defensive abilities. I'm a bit low on ammo here, so we might have to use good old Necramech to pop these arms. So now I think that the arms are actually blown off, even though it doesn't say they are. So if we just chuck out a mallet now, it should kill itself on the mallet. We'll find out. That doesn't seem like it. Yeah, maybe it can't. Oh well. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's a second one. Second one just showed up. So, the bone webs are a bit annoying because they tend to like turn toward you, which means it's hard to hit the weak point on their back. So, if we use the mallet, oops, gotta stay invisible or else you die if you're an Octavia. There we go. So if you use the Kuva, it has the weird status effect called microwave, which makes stuff grow. That's all it does. Just makes it visually grow. But it does seem to affect Necramech arms so that they can't pick them back up, which gives you the weak points you need. I'm gonna reapply our Nocturne buff so that we stay invisible. And it's kind of easy to deal with them this way. Necramech will always hit because you have the infinite punch through. As soon as you can start hearing things, that's when you know it's time to reapply silence. Oh look, another one has showed up. So all 3 of them are here. Very nice. What's also nice, if you can stay invisible like this, and have something like a Valpaphyla with you, like a Panzer Valpaphyla that can't die. So, gotta go invisible. Then it will attract the attention of the Bone Widow, so that you can shoot it in the back. Likewise with the mallet, with Octavia's mallet, that thing can also attract the attention of the Necramech. It's trying to shoot it, which means we can have a good clear shot of the weak point on the back. And finally we have the last one, and here we're just going to use the Sarpa gunblade. You won't be able to see it right now, but I'm just clicking E to hit it with my gunblade, like this. And in so doing, I am slowly but surely stripping this thing of all of its armor. Which is also something you should do, like pretty much the first thing you do. See? Silence was lost for a couple of seconds, and it allowed him to activate his, you know, shroud armor. So try to avoid that. Then there's also your operator with the Unaru and those abilities, which can also strip defenses. So now, with all of these defenses stripped, yeah. Now it's actually very easy to shoot off the arms and to damage it. Oh, I forgot to stay invisible. There we go. And then we'll just, you know, punch it down with our Nataruk that has infinite ammo, infinite punch through, so it's very easy to get hits in. And as you can see with the radiation procs that we hit on it, it actually will also make the infested in the cave attack it. Not that they're gonna do all that much to it, but you know, it's something. And there you go. Now there is like these bonus objectives that you can do in Isolation Vault missions, but as far as this Nightwave challenge is concerned, that's all you need to do. So you could just extract here, and everything would be fine. And there you go. So it's a couple of different methods here, that all of them are gonna work just fine. Doesn't have to be the Nataruk. If you just can pick some other weapon that has like a big chunky amount of punch through, it's very easy to hit the weak points of the Necramechs. And it doesn't have to be Octavia either, but I just find that she's good for Isolation Vaults in general, every stage of the mission. And she just has these sort of like nifty little tools specifically to deal with Necramechs. But you can do it with a bunch of other Warframes. As long as you just put silence as an ability somewhere, that trivializes a lot of the fight, because, you know, you just negate all of their annoying abilities that are otherwise sort of the clunky thing about fighting as Necramechs. So, there you go. One mission and you can get it done, and you get some cool 7,000 Nightwave points. And I will see you guys tomorrow for something completely different.
Did the operator enjoy this witticism?